people that was sitting in the back, being quiet, wasn't known for anything, and was probably one of those people that everybody would have looked at and said, well, he's never going to amount to a thing. I remember I was 19 when the Lord called me into the ministry after Kathy and I had been married just a few months. And I remember that call just as plain as day. And really and truly, I was always scared to become a Christian because I felt like if I become a Christian, God it's not going to stop there. There's going to be something else, you know. That thing about, you know, I'm afraid he's going to call me to be a missionary to Africa or something. I was always thinking that other thing's going to come. And sure enough, it was. And God called me to preach when I was 19. I've been a Baptist pastor now for over 35 years. We also have 2 sons. Both of them are married. And 3 grandchildren. You know, I never really thought much about politics when I was growing up. In fact, my first voting experience was I was 18, getting out of high school. Had gotten out of high school, registered to vote. My dad talking about how, you know, told him, I said, Dad, you know, tell me what we're supposed to do when you go in that voting machine. Now, I had never been there. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know who to vote for. It was actually my senior year in high school. And it was in those old days when they had those big old booths that were about this big, you know, and you go into them and you take this handle and you pull it from here over to here, and when you did, that curtain closes behind you. That was enough to scare you half to death, you know. You didn't wonder if you're ever going to get out of that thing. And then they had all those little flip levers on the thing, you know, and you had to go down the road flipping those levers. And my daddy said, son, you don't worry about, you know, there's only one lever you need to flip. He said, that is that lever up there at the top, and when it says Democratic ticket. And when you flip that one lever, it's going to flip all those Democratic levers all the way down that thing. And he says, we're Democrats. We've always been Democrats, and we're always going to be Democrats. He says, so you just go in there and you vote. That's the way you vote. It's just a straight ticket. So I did. I went in there. I closed that booth up. That curtain closed behind me. I reached up there and, you know, pulled that Democratic lever, and it turned all those levers all the way down. I pulled that handle back across, the curtain opened up. That was my first voting experience, voting a straight Democratic ticket. That's the last time I ever did that too. But you know, after we were married, Kathy and I graduated from Shorter College together. And then we went to seminary together, graduated after pastoring a couple years over in Calvary, Georgia. We went to seminary together, Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. We graduated from there together. All 35 years we've been in ministry. I've been the pastor, she's been the minister of music. We worked together all through all those years. In 1983, I moved to Coolidge to be the pastor of Coolidge Baptist Church. Actually, the church that I'm pastoring now, I made come full circle all the way back around to this small church in Coolidge. And it was in 1986 that one of those deacons came up to me one day and he said, Mike, I want you to run for mayor. And I said, well, you know, Coolidge isn't it's a small town and it's a small church, but it's the biggest church in town. And I thought, well, you know, I don't really know if I want to be the pastor and the mayor of the town. And he said, well, Mike, just sign up. He said, you might not get elected anyway. He said, well, just sign up. And he said, in fact, I'll pay your qualifying fee. And so the qualifying fee was like $50 or something like that. So he actually went and paid the qualifying fee. Told me, you know, I went down there and signed the papers and qualified to race, not knowing that all these people in this town that knew each other had gotten together and said, if we can just get the preacher to sign up, to qualify to run, then nobody else will. And he'll be the mayor. So that's what happened. When we got through with qualifying, nobody else had qualified. They said, you're the mayor. They just canceled the election, gave me the mayor, so I became the mayor of the big city of Coolidge. 1986, 1990. There was a short little time in there that I took some time off. But I tell them my legacy as the mayor in Coolidge was that we got cable TV. Hey, listen, this was 1986 now. Big deal. Cable TV in the city of Coolidge. And we also got a sewer system. Brand new sewer system. Got rid of all those old septic tanks. I think one day they're going to call me back and name that holding pond after me or something. That'll be my lasting legacy in the city of Coolidge. You know, I got that sewer system for them. But I remember that. Long council meetings. We would start our council meetings about 7 o'clock at night. We'd get through 11:15, 11:30, sometimes 12 o'clock. I mean, we were arguing about nickels and dimes, and I mean, you know, and everything. And it was amazing because the council was paid $25 a month, and I was paid $50 a month as a mayor. And they gave us that check right before Christmas every year for the whole year. So it's just like a Christmas bonus. You didn't get paid anything. You just got a Christmas bonus every year. and that came in handy.